bevo.com.
Andy, I don't need to tell you this, but the CEO's job is a great job. It's also quite stressful. So what advice would you give to a newly appointed CEO?
It's quite daunting when you begin because there's a lot of things that you just don't know, because you can't know these things until, it's like having children, until you actually get one. You don't know what it's about. You can read as many books as you like, but you'll never know. You know, that in the last 15 months, my 3 regional heads who ran the 3 regions have gone. You know, one retired, one passed away, and one resigned because of a CV issue. You know, that's not in any management books how you deal with that. So you have to. You should be very thoughtful about, what you've got to realize when you're a CEO is that the myth of the CEO is exactly that. You know, there's this big thing that when you become the CEO, you're the very powerful leader who can make decisions and just get things done and order people about. And it's completely the opposite. It's a real paradox, because even though you've got all this power, you have to do more time consulting and managing stakeholders. If you're in a public company, the board is a big piece of what you do. You have a media to deal with for the first time probably in your life, in your career. You've got a city analyst group who speak a language which you are unfamiliar with, because particularly if you've come along, as I did in marketing and sales, and they talk about financial debt management and gearing ratios, and this is stuff you don't spend much time on the ranks on the way up. So you have to recognize that you're going to have to learn new language. You're going to have to deal with a lot of stakeholders who you previously didn't have to, and you're going to have to spend more time talking than doing. And that's a big surprise when you finally get to the chair, because you think it's all about execution and action, and you're the action man. And actually, it's not. It's about communication, it's about dialogue, it's about consultation and consensus building, particularly with a board. And the more you do that, the more you'll win support for what you're trying to do. You've got to build strategy, you've got to build a plan, of course, but you've got to have backing for it, which is widely shared. Otherwise, it's you against the world, and that's not a good place to be.
bevo.com.